Hi, my dear friends. In this episode, I'm going to discuss with you the role of positive thinking and self-confidence, the role of optimism in life, the role of believing that we can do something, the role of our own estimate about ourselves. As I was getting ready for this episode, I got a call from a good friend of mine from US. He wants to start something on his own. I listened to his project. The project is useful. The project is going to do good for many people. But then the risk. There's a slight risk in everybody's life. There is a slight doubt in everybody's life. There is a slight lack of confidence in everybody's life. As long as these things are slight, small, fine, we'll overcome all that and start moving in our goal or dream. But what happens if that lack of confidence or lack of optimism is more? The law of physics says, among two forces, the stronger will prevail. So we need to have a goal which fits into our passion, which fits into our area of interest, analyze the situation, weigh the strengths and weaknesses, and proceed further. In this episode, I am going to discuss three interesting psychological factors. The first one is called the law of attraction. The second one is self-fulfilling prophecy. And the third one is the Pygmalion Effect. So please make a note of these three. The law of attraction, self-fulfilling prophecy, and the Pygmalion Effect. The law of attraction is a philosophy suggesting that positive thoughts bring positive results into a person's life, while negative thoughts bring negative outcome. Make a note of this word, thoughts. Our mind is a thought factory. Our brain is a chemical factory. Our brain produces hormones and chemicals which are useful to maintain our health and energy, physical energy. Our mind is a thought factory. Lot of thoughts are crossing our mind. A thought crossed J.K. Rowling's mind while she was traveling from London to Manchester to write a book. And she writes a book, but there are no publishers to publish. She persevered, and all of you know what happened to her and her book, The Harry Potter. The law of attraction suggests that positive thoughts bring positive results. Negative thoughts get negative outcome. You are attracting. Long ago, I read a book, The Secret, The Power by Rhonda Byrne. This book is available on the net. CD is also available. You go through this book thoroughly. Very briefly put, this author says, whatever you have today, you only attracted. If you have wealth, you attracted. If you have sickness, you attracted. If you have plenty, you attract it. If you have poverty, you only attract it. So you are attracting. So what can be done? Think positive and attract positive results. You are attracting. For example, when you start a business, why don't you think, I'm going to start this business. I'm a person with common sense. I'm intelligent. I've been successful so far. I've added value to people's life. I have got my promotions and raise in my career. I worked for somebody else's idea. The only difference is I'm going to work for my idea. That's it. So this is the law of attraction. The second one is self-fulfilling prophecy. A very interesting socio-psychological phenomenon. Someone is predicting or expecting something, and that something and that prediction will come true simply because the person believes in it. And the person's resulting behavior fulfill the belief. So let me say this once again. A self-fulfilling prophecy is a socio-psychological phenomenon of someone predicting or expecting something, and this prediction or expectation will come true because I strongly believe. For example, if you have to deliver a speech, you go on telling in your mind, I will forget this speech, I will forget this speech, I will forget this speech, I will feel nervous, I will be critically evaluated on the stage, I will fumble, maybe I won't be able to put forth my points so powerfully. Now I remember all the quotations, now I remember all the stories, but when I go to the stage, I will forget all this. The more strongly you believe in it, the more it will happen. That's called self-fulfilling prophecy. That's a beautiful story by George Bernard Shaw, the Pygmalion. And this is also called the Pygmalion Effect in psychology. The Pygmalion Effect or Ressenthal Effect, it is also called. I'll tell you why it is called a Ressenthal Effect. It is a psychological phenomenon, while the Pygmalion Effect or Ressenthal Effect is a psychological phenomenon wherein high expectations lead to improved performance in a given area. Actually, this effect is named after the Greek myth Pygmalion. There was a sculptor who carved a beautiful lady's statue. And the statue was so beautiful, and he fell in love with that statue. The love was so deep that the God of love gave life to that statue. That is the story. It is also called Robert Ressenthal Effect. In their book, they applied the idea of teachers' expectations on students and how the teachers' expectations affected the students' performance. A research was conducted in US. A classroom was taken for this experiment, and the researcher selected about 4 or 5 students in that classroom at random and told the teacher that these 4 or 5 students are intellectual blues. And they said it convincingly to the teacher. At the end of the year, those 4 or 5 students did exceedingly well than others. Why? In the teacher's mind, she expected those children to live up to the expectation. She expected them to be blues, intellectual blues, and they became intellectual blues. The same thing happens in our life. We need to be confident. We need to decide what is that we want to be. This is called the power of dreaming. Dream. Dream the impossible. In the recent years, Dr. Abdul Kalam, wherever he met, he became the icon of the youth. He told them, dream, dream and dream. The purpose of dreaming is to give you that self-confidence. I keep telling in my seminars, daydream. Whereas in our younger years, we were told, do not daydream. There are two types of dreams. The dream that we get in our night when we are sleeping, and the dream that we do while you are awake, daydreaming. The dream that you get when you are sleeping is not of use. In fact, in your dream, you will get some fantasies. It look as though you are going to die or you are dead. You will be looking at your own dead body. That type of a thing. That's not useful. But while you are awake, dream. Visualize your future. 10 years from now, what is that you are going to do? See that picture and say this in present tense singular. I am occupying an office. I am the senior vice president of a huge organization. I am able to see my rich office. I am able to see my clientele. Now that type of a dreaming. Visualize that picture. See that picture. See it happening. I will even suggest an exercise for you for this week. Take a piece of paper with as many crayons, as many colors as possible. Visualize 10 years from now what is that you want to be and put it down in a picture format. You don't have to be a great artist to do this. Draw a picture of what you visualized. You can exaggerate it in terms of colors and all that. Put a date, put a time, put a signature, fold it, keep it aside. 10 years from now, you will be in for a shock of your life. You would have reached it. So, in this episode, I talked about 3. The law of attraction, the law of self-fulfilling prophecy, and the Pygmalion effect. We'll see more about it in the episodes to follow. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done it and share with your friends. There is a comment box underneath. Please post your comments. I'll be able to respond. All the best. Stay healthy. Remain safe. All the best.